Oh
All right. All
yeah.
right, Trav, so sorry, you might just have to scream into your computer.
Sounds good.
All right. So, all right, we're hitting the start button. We are gonna go. All right, so welcome guys. Another round. I guess the first thing, I don't know if you guys printed all that stuff out or not, but this last week kind of got a few things going. Hopefully you maybe noticed. I guess I didn't tell you I was doing it, or I'm thinking you guys just picked up on it. But we got the website out now. So we got talkinmoto.com. And I think we had the Facebook maybe last week. But Facebook/Talkin Moto. And we're on Twitter at Talkin Moto. What do you guys think of that?
I think I love it.
You've been busy.
I don't quite know what
No.
it means to be on Twitter yet, but
Is it? Is that because
Come
you're
on.
on Twitter?
yeah, I'm a huge Twitter fan, as everyone knows. So
So,
What did you send me that I was supposed to print out? Because I didn't get a damn thing from you.
oh, shit. I tried to print off kind of just a rough layout of everything that I had and, maybe a rough guidelines to maybe what we could talk about.
I got it.
Well,
The hell, Jason?
I guess we see who's important around here.
I sent them at the same time. Oh, shit. But, you did. All right. Well, 1 out of 3 ain't bad. Okay, so a few people, as you saw if you were on the website, Motokazi, Lee was nice enough to put a little something on us on his website. So we've actually gotten a lot of people from Motokazi clicking on that link coming over to our website. I was looking at that today, so that's pretty awesome. Fine Tune, he's on board, and if you guys need any suspension or your motor or all the other stuff Clayton offers, it would maybe be worth your while to mention that you heard that on the Talkin Moto podcast. I think he's going to give you a little break, so that's pretty awesome. And then I think you guys all know Mark Conley. He's got the Bicycle Works and the Damn Bait Shop. He's on there. He's spreading our Facebook page around, so that's pretty awesome. And then you guys probably haven't listened to any of these guys yet, but it's called the Open Mic Podcast, and it's a couple of buddies of mine out here in Wisconsin, and they do a podcast too. Theirs is Friday nights, and usually they do it live. I think last week and this week they're pre-recorded shows, but they go live 8 o'clock. It's 2 hours long, and it's pretty fun. You can call in, and they talk about all kinds of stuff. And Chad and Andy have been awesome with sharing our stuff, too. So thanks to those guys.
Sweet.
And, we got this Team J Law, Loretta Lynn's plus 30 champions.
2014.
Yeah, you guys are going to make it happen.
Damn right.
So, and we apologize if the audio is a little low, but we have an X Games athlete on the show tonight. Woo!
Yep.
So, all right, Travis, I know where you're from. These guys don't, but you want to maybe just say what you're doing and X Games and racing that snowmobile.
Yeah, I'm Travis Muller, and I'm 20 years old. I live in Windham, Minnesota, and I race the full ISOC National Series in the pro light class for Warrant Racing on a Skidoo. And
So now that's. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
oh, I was just gonna say that's the basics, I guess. And I raced my first X Games just a couple weeks ago, like you said, and that was a lot of fun. So.
No, I think to me the jumps look really big on TV, and sometimes it's opposite. The big jumps don't always look big on TV, but when you're standing there. But at X Games, they look like they had a couple pretty big jumps out there.
Yeah, cameras usually never quite do justice, but the cameras at X Games are showing like I guess a lot better than other places. But yeah, there was definitely some big jumps. It was a really good technical track. Usually the tracks, there's so many riders on them and they get so soft and they blow apart so much. And this one, less riders and the track kind of sits all day, so it gets really set up and it kind of stays, the same, more like riding a dirt bike. The track doesn't change as much and kind of the same with the X Games. I guess the jumps stay a lot better. Like they had a step on, step off. That was kind of cool, and they're able to do stuff like that they can't always do with the regular stops. And they had like a really good technical uphill rhythm section. So it was a lot of fun to ride a different track like that with bigger jumps and better turns and stuff.
Now you're out there bumping elbows with all the big boys, right? Hibbert and all those guys out at X Games, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Race. Just got one class out there for pro open, and then they have the adaptive class too. Like Doug Henry raced that, and a friend of mine, Garrett Goodwin, and some other guys. So that's pretty cool.
Now is that like an invite, or how were you able to get out there?
Yeah, it's all invite. I was actually an alternate, so
Okay.
I was the second alternate. Corey Davis does freestyle for Arctic Cat. He was the first alternate, but he wasn't, I guess, ready to race or something, and Ross Martin, one of the other riders, is hurt, so that opened the door for me, and I got to race.
Cool. Now you did pretty good in your heat. You got seventh, and then you had to go to the LCQ, and then you ran into some sled problems, right?
Yeah. The heat race was pretty good. I got off to I don't know. The start was okay, kind of mid pack, maybe towards the end of the pack, and passed a couple guys. One guy passed me, whatever, and but I was pretty happy with that. Pretty nervous, first time being out there. It's quite a bit different, but yeah, I got seventh, like you said, and that was good. And then it's weird because we started at like 2:45 in the afternoon, and
Okay.
the final gets done at like little after 4, and so there's 2 heat races. Luckily, I was in the first heat race, and then right after the second heat race, there's an LCQ, and so I had to go to the LCQ. So in between my first heat race and the LCQ, I had maybe like 10 to 15 minutes. And so like total time, and so I was maybe back at the trailer getting different goggles for like 5 minutes. And then went up for the LCQ and did right away on the first lap. We started having some sled problems, and by the third or fourth lap, I pulled off because it was kind of dangerous. I guess it was bogging, and on some of those big jumps, if you're on the takeoff, you don't really want it to bog too bad. So.
Yeah, I hear ya. That'd be no good. Jason, what happened? We lost you again.
I don't know. It said I had a crash and that I need to recover. So
right.
I'm in recovery. Just continue. Don't pay attention to me.
Jason got a DNF.
I did.
Now, Travis, you how many times have you been to Loretta's?
I've just been there once, unfortunately. I'm going to be trying again this year. Really looking to make it in the B classes, I guess. So.
Cool. Are you still running that 2-smoke?
I still got it. I'm not sure what I'm running this year.
Yeah, it's Jason and Jeff. They're gonna give it a go this year, so
okay.
You guys might be hanging out later this summer, hopefully.
Yeah, cool. Where are they gonna qualify?
Our plan is for areas to try out Tigerton, and then hopefully we'll make it through there. We won't have to worry about Little Falls, but we'll go to Little Falls from there if we have to. So.
Okay.
I think maybe the correct answer is it doesn't matter where we qualify at. Whoop some ass.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's all I got.
Easy there, Coach.
Well, awesome, Travis. Well, thank you for coming on, and I am going to. Is it March 15th or somewhere in there? Is that when you guys are in Lake Geneva?
Yeah, that should be right. It should be March. Yeah,
It's March something.
Yeah, March like 14th, 15th, 16th, something like that.
Cool. And then is your dad and your brother, they go to all the races too then?
Yep, they're with me right now. We're in Vermont, waiting for the next race in Quebec, Canada. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Well, I'll definitely, that's only maybe 45 minutes from where I'm at, so
Oh.
I have to definitely come down and say hi.
Yeah.
All right, you boys ready to talk some racing?
Let's do it.
How'd you guys do on the fantasy picks?
I got Ryan Dungey. That was it.
Jeff?
I didn't win, so I don't think I did very good.
Oh, man.
I didn't get an email. No, I don't know if I got one right. I think I got them all wrong.
Travis, I don't know if you do that or not, but they got that Rocky Mountain MC Fantasy Supercross. So pretty much you have to pick first through fifth, and then they do a sixth one, which is a wild card, which some weekends it could be sixth, it could be ninth, it could be 12th. It's just kind of a random. And I got 3 out of the 6 this week.
Wow.
Jeez.
So,
did you actually win something?
I don't know. I didn't even look, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I haven't even heard of that. I'll have to give that a shot.
Yeah, do it. I mean, it's free to sign up. I think there's, if you were to do all the rounds, I think they got some pretty nice finishing prizes, but they still do weekly prizes, so you get. I think it's pretty much tires, wouldn't you guys say? It kind of seems like that's all I've been seeing lately. But first round they had a GoPro and stuff like that, so that was pretty cool.
Well, that's all it's really been lately is tires.
I tell you what, if I win, I'll donate some tires to you. How's that sound?
Ooh, all right.
Because I have no use for them. Could make a sweet wall mount, maybe. But
I got plenty of tires if you want to make a wall mount.
I got Dungey right, I guess. So what did I get? 18 points?
what Caleb sent me a thing on Facebook, and he threw his picks. He said he made his picks like Monday, like, almost a week early. And I'm like, wow. I'm like, I like your aggressiveness on your picks.
I think he did pretty good, though. Didn't he have Stewart and Villapoto right? I think he got those two right at least. I think his picks were 7, 1, 22, and I'm not really sure about the rest, but he was planning on playing them in the Powerball too, but that didn't pan out.
I'm trying to see. Yeah. Oh, fuck. I didn't even come close. 110 points is what won it.
That's a pretty good week. I'm pretty sure in the past it's been like 80 points have won it.
Mm-hmm. I had 63. So,
Hey, how come you don't have this thing going to YouTube?
It'll post to YouTube after it goes live.
I thought it usually streamed on YouTube.
No, they can stream it through Google Plus right now.
Oh, okay. Because last time we were doing this, I listened to it to see how it sounded. Because you guys all sounded like robots to me, but then when I listened to it live while we were doing it, it sounded. But I was going to try to listen and see how Travis sounds because he's still pretty quiet to me. I can barely hear him.
Yeah. I don't think it's going. It shouldn't. All right. So, Jeff, you may or may not get thrown under the bus here. How'd the racing go at Cedar Lake?
Well, it went really good. I had a couple of DNSs.
Yeah, DNS stands for did not show up.
I didn't want to get embarrassed by Jason. He was riding so good, he was just going to blow my doors off. So I stayed home.
Well, chickened out. No, we had a really good time over there last weekend. Jeff and I went over there Friday night. The track was pretty beat down and rocky and kind of shitty, and they pulled an all-nighter Friday night and whipped that place into shape, and we had a blast on Saturday. I ended up going 4-4 for fourth, which doesn't sound all that great, but if you saw the last race that I raced over there, I was a half a lap away from everybody, and this time I was right in mix with the top three guys, so good times.
Nice. Now, what is the name? Because it's not the Sandbox. Is it Cedar Lake Arena now? Is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
Same place as the Sandbox?
Yeah.
Yep, same place.
All right. So they're not racing every weekend, right?
No, they just have 4 races in a winter series over there. So that was round 3, and round 4 is the first weekend in March.
But then the rest of the time you can do like the track rentals, right?
Yep, you can rent the track over there, and they have, otherwise they're doing practices every week, Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday are open practices. So
is that place, I suppose just depends on how many they get, but do they do a decent job of getting the air in and out of there so it's not too gassy, or?
Yeah, they do a pretty good job. As long as it's mainly 4-strokes, they do a very nice job. But, you get a bunch of 85s or 65s out there, it kind of gets a little thick in there, it seems like. But they seem to do all right with it, I think. I think they've gotten better with it.
Yeah, they got some big new air exchanger, I think, last year or maybe this year, and because they used to have cars in there, and I think the cars were a lot worse than the bikes. So they had to put in a new air exchanger, and they can blow the air out of there, and it seems like about 10 seconds they can exchange the air, but it gets real cold in there when it's below 0 outside.
Right. Travis, you ever been up there?
Yeah, I've been up there just one time, but it was 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, I think I'm not a fan. Not of that place. It's just, some of the stuff Lee used to do is just, you're already cold and then you're breathing in all that exhaust. It just, I don't know. I think it just affects me maybe more than others or something.
Well, it has that effect on vaginas.
Yeah, I know. Especially bleeding, gushing ones, I know. Sorry.
I'd like to go there, but I don't ever have time.
Wow, that got graphic.
What was that, Travis?
I said I'd like to go there, but I never have time in the winter.
Right. Well, yeah, it's because you're busy traveling the country.
Yeah, they used to be open in the summer, too.
Yeah.
All right. Now, sorry, Jeff, again. Man, this is not good for you.
What? Well, you're going to talk about Twitter now.
Yep.
Hey, did you hear my phone ding earlier? That was someone tweeting something, I think.
Do we want to mention names or no names?
What, Steve?
I don't know. I don't know what the. Who cares? Is my.
Oh, I don't.
About it.
I'm not mad at all. I was laughing my ass off. So, you know what happened, Jeff?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I understand Twitter enough to know what the picture you sent me was.
All right. So, all right. I don't know if Travis saw it or not, but I was tweeting everybody on Saturday before the races, and I sent a tweet out to a certain someone, and their response was, "No offense, but why would I retweet a guy that does an MX podcast on Monday nights?" And I thought it was pretty funny. I responded back with, "LOL, it took us a week to get 100 listens. I think you're okay." But no response. But that was pretty funny. I did hear back from, I got a tweet back from Jeff Emig. I think Ralph Shaheen sent me one back. And Erin Bates, I got a retweet from her too.
Whoa.
Nice, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I saw her at X Games.
Nice.
Dude, call me when you get a retweet from Deanna Dahlgren. Aaron Bates is old news.
Oh. Ouch.
Hey, I got one from Jenny Taft, so screw both of you.
Nice.
Well, I bet you I would have too if I'd know how to use that fucking thing.
I don't know. I think I find it funny. Like I tweet to those guys all the time, and you know, I mean, I'm sure they get, thousands of tweets every day, and that was probably the first time I tagged him in a tweet and he responds back. But obviously this time when I tweeted him, it was, Talkin Moto podcast and this and that, and
So I'm assuming he went to the website. I mean, how else would you have known?
No, when you click on the Twitter thing, it says Talkin, or it's at Talkin Moto, and then it says Talkin Moto podcast, Monday nights 7 p.m. and then the website. So we may not know what we're doing right now, but damn it, we look pretty professional outside of this Google Hangout. We gotta,
Good, because we need all the help we can get.
It's the old, if you're not running good, you're looking good. Well, I think I got us looking good. But I don't know, I thought it was kind of funny, so.
I got a good chuckle out of it.
Yeah, I laugh every time I get a response from anybody on Twitter. All right, well, let's get to the fun stuff. So, obviously this weekend they had military night, which I thought was pretty cool. I thought it was nice that a lot more teams got into it this year than in the past, or not in the past, but like when they had retro night and only a handful of teams did it. Seemed like there was a lot more people getting involved with the military than other stuff this year, so I thought that was pretty cool.
I thought it was a little bit embarrassing.
Oh, no.
And the reason I say that is just because it seems like some of the teams maybe didn't necessarily take it seriously, or didn't, I guess I don't want to say didn't take it seriously, but kind of tried to throw their own flamboyant little spin on it, which to me is more disrespectful than anything. I mean, look at the gear that Ryan Dungey was wearing and tell me that was supposed to honor our military. It looked like somebody threw up on him.
Maybe it was honoring the military's don't ask, don't tell policy.
Well, that's what I was thinking. He's honoring the guys that come up and put drapes up after we blow everybody up. Is that it?
What was that, Travis?
Oh, I just said that gear that him and Roxon had on was not good. Not at
No,
all.
it was just ridiculous.
Yeah.
It seemed to me like it's a pretty obvious formula when you're doing military appreciation night. Do camo, red, white, and blue, whatever. How do you screw that up? You end up with a guy looking like he rolled around in his gear in a back alley and got gum stuck all over it or something.
I don't know if I know what you're talking about.
Well, you should pay more attention.
Maybe that's the military's camo for when they go into war zones that are like in the Crayola crayon factory.
Could be.
We don't know. I mean, shit, maybe that's some top secret Navy SEAL shit.
I think
pretty
you're-
cool, that program with that Blake Wharton was doing, though. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, Blake Wharton does all kinds of stuff like that, man. He's pretty good shit about that stuff. He really likes to do the charity things.
Yep.
Really looks like a movie, but I guess that's all right.
I don't see it. Yeah, I'll have to snoop around later and see if I can't find it. Okay, the other there's gear.
Yeah, you can't miss it.
You'd think you'd do 2014 Ryan Dungey gear, blah blah blah. You'd think it would come up right away, but apparently not. Okay, so the other thing I was pretty disappointed on when I watched practice and all that is the lap times. What do you guys think about that?
I think you said it perfectly when you said we're going to watch Supercross with arena cross lap times. I mean, what a joke. That whole track in general, don't even get me started on it because I think that's the worst track I've seen in years.
A few things like that I noticed, it looked like this is just me, my 2 cents is, it looked like they were flowing and doing all that, and it looked fun, I guess, but like, once again, they had that like quad into the corner, and I think I might have tweeted it out. I'm like, when the lights guys are doing the quad, it kind of takes the thunder away from from the big bikes or something like that. But like, remember, I don't know when it was, but they just had like a giant wall, I'd be all right if they threw that in there, something to slow them down, or coming into the whoops, put a roller, make them roll that thing and then hammer the whoops, just something to.
It seemed to me like the track was built to slow them down, but I don't know why the lap times were as quick as they were. They were hardly moving, it seemed like. The whole thing seemed so crammed together, and just I didn't think there was any flow to it at all. Cripes, that lane, that the finish line was in was just horrible. Granted, it's all my opinion, but I don't know. I did not enjoy that track one bit.
Jeff, thoughts?
I think it was fast because it was like 4 straightaways is all. The lane, in a football stadium, it's just a big rectangle, and you just have 4 straightaways with rhythm lanes in them, and I didn't like that. I think, and Jason was talking about too, because the guys had to I think they were either triple doubling, and when they did that, they had to slow down to double because it was such a small double, and some of the guys were double tripling, which seemed a little faster, but I don't know. It was kind of a lame track.
I think they kind of screwed themselves by putting the start straight across one end like they did. I think that took up way too much room and made them put those short little lanes in there, and there wasn't room for anything else after that. In my professional track builder opinion.
Is that I can't even think of where. I know they're in San Diego, but is that were they in a ball field or a football field?
No, it was a football field.
I don't know. Yeah, it was like the week before there were a minute lap times, and then I seen 40. Yeah, I seen 52 in practice, and then when I tuned in, it was like, and no offense to those guys, but it was like C practice, I'm like, they're turning 52, 53-second lap times? Oh, what the hell is RV and everyone else doing, So it's kind of like, But what do you think, Travis?
Yeah, I don't know. I think the rest of the tracks this year have been super good, I think, and it probably made this one look a little bad. But well, like I'm used to these short lap times. Our last two snowcross tracks have been so bad. You don't even want to know what the lap times were at our track in New York this last weekend. Oh my God.
I do know, weren't they? They were like, Jason, calm your center here. They were 23-second lap times, weren't they, Travis?
Yeah.
Now is that just because that's all the space they have, or I can see if it's a snow issue, but
Yeah, they have
what?
tons of snow.
So
I don't know. I can't answer that. I don't know. They had space, it looked like. I don't know if they were trying to save some space for the crowd to come in, because there actually was quite a bit of fans last year, and there's quite a bit of fans this year, but I don't know if they kind of saved some room for them to stand around. Like there was a hillside that they could have brought the track up, but that was full of fans. I don't know. They needed to do a hell of a lot better job than they did, though, because they had plenty of snow. They could have made a lot bigger.
But the thing that I at least like what they did is they extended the mains, right? They were short laps, but you ran more laps, right?
Yeah.
Because I think wasn't the because like Pro Open I think was 28 laps or something like that.
Yeah, they always base it off of time.
So
see what the lap times are and then go off of time.
We know that's not going to happen in Supercross, though.
Anyways, back to the track and Supercross.
No.
I don't know. That sweeper cut out some time too, I guess, but.
Right. Well, speaking of the start,
I actually liked.
They were.
It was good for passing for sure.
And it was pretty short.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what else? Okay, so track looked all right. Roxon I seen had a 47 something for a lap time. Jason, you've broken your collarbone before, right? Or no?
Which time?
Oh, all right. So did you see that Hill was back out there already? They must have just plated that thing and he's good to go. Or I thought he broke his collarbone.
That's the thing to do these days, just plate them up, send them back on their way.
Have that Dr. G or whoever give you a little something to go fast, and off you go.
Oh yeah, man, a couple little shots and you're out of there.
All right, my next topic may sound stupid, but they had Anderson and Seeley both running the red backgrounds. What do you guys think of that?
Well, I think either one has to run it or nobody gets to run it. So, in my opinion, they should both run it.
I don't know. I get that they're tied in points, but like I think to me it should have just been Anderson. Oh.
Why should he have been the only one that gets to run it, though?
What happened?
Hang on a second.
Jeff, what are you doing? You're in here twice.
No, I know I'm hammered, but I see two of Jeff.
Optical illusion.
God.
I don't know how to end this call.
I don't know which one is.
There you go.
What did you do?
I got on my phone instead of the iPad.
Oh. I guess my 2 cents is like, if there's a tie, I would so say they tie in points at the end of the year. What are they going to do? You're going to, most wins? And that's who would get it. I guess that's my only logic to it.
No, I don't see any reason why not let them both run the red plate, right? it's not that big a deal anyway. But whatever.
Well, how long have they been doing the red plate?
Who cares?
They haven't even been doing that red plate about what, 5-6 years or something.
Yeah, but I thought I read this was the first time that they've ever had a tie.
I thought Ryan Dungey and Reed were tied at one point in time or something in the outdoors, and I remember Reed was bitching because they had to share the, they went. It was like after the first round and they swapped Moto wins, but Reed got the overall, so they were tied in points. And going into round 2 at Texas, Reed was bitching because they had to share the red plate, even though he got the overall, and his contention was, if the season ended now, I'd get the title because I have more wins or whatever. I don't know how it was, but I know they've had ties before in motocross.
Right. Oh, and we lost Jason. He's having troubles hanging out.
I'm not sure if this is better on that phone, but
Travis, you seem to be. Oh. Still there, Travis?
Yep.
He might sound a little better now on my phone. That's what I was hoping for.
All right. Jason, what happened?
I don't know what. I keep crashing, man. I just can't keep her on 2 wheels tonight. I don't get it.
That's all right. All right, let's get into, I guess, a little heat racing.
With another hole shot.
Yep, there you go. That's what I got. Webb with hole shot, and kind of a good battle with him and Wilson, and then, Dean Wilson, king of heat races, is what I wrote down.
He's the king of Scotland, actually.
He's the king of mushmouth.
Oh, shit.
Jason's mad at him.
Why?
I'm just tired of listening to him talk. It's like, my God.
I think it's a fake accent.
I don't even think it's an accent. I think he had a stroke or something.
That's all I got for Heat 1. I guess I didn't really see anything too wild and crazy.
That Dakota Tedder was up there again, too. I don't know much about him, but he's been up there in the top 5 quite a bit in the heat and stuff. Well, and in like a couple mains.
That's that 83, right?
I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure.
80-something.
Yeah, it's 83 on a Cowie.
Yeah.
That first heat, the 250 heat, was like the best race of the night when Cooper Webb was banging into Dean Wilson.
Yeah.
That was a good time.
I actually thought Cooper Webb would be able to hang with him more, like, especially since he got the hole shot. I thought when he got a hole shot, he'd be actually able to win, but I guess he's getting there.
This is his first year, though, right? He didn't race any Supercross last year. What did you think of Anderson? Did he tag bars on the start of Heat 2?
Yeah, he crashed.
Yeah, like he crashed in like the middle of the straightaway, though, didn't he?
He got tangled up with somebody.
Someone came over on him, or he went over on someone, I'm not sure.
Probably the Predator, I'm guessing.
Could have been.
Seeley was out front with
Maybe he got a dread caught in his front wheel.
What was that, Travis?
Well, I just said...
Uh-oh.
What do we have, another DNF?
No.
Like lost it. So.
What else did I add? So Seeley, Seeley won, and then Justin Hill was right behind him. They're kind of uneventful for lights, I thought. I didn't write anything down that I thought was too wild and crazy.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how I stayed awake through that.
It was kind of a lame.
I don't think Jeff, you might have to switch her back to the iPod.
Why? Can you not hear me?
Yeah, you're cutting out all over the place.
Oh, I am?
Yeah. It's good, and then when it goes bad, it's real bad.
You basically just go away.
I'll fix that.
I'll fix you.
Oh, man, I gotta go to the bathroom already. Can you guys entertain? I know.
We're gonna have this at an hour, for Christ's sake.
I know. Can you guys entertain each other for a minute?
Yeah, I suppose.
Talk dirt bikes and snowcross. I'll be right back.
I'm a lot better at talking dirt bikes than snowcross. I don't know anything about it.
Told you I'd fix it.
Hey, look, Jeff's back, and I see two of them again.
I'll just quit.
Completely? You're just done with it?
Win the first heat in a 450?
I don't know. I don't remember anything really.
Was it Roxon?
Yeah, Roxon won the first heat. I'm watching it right now.
I guess that makes you the expert.
Roxon was wearing the chewed up crayon puke camouflage gear also.
Dog poop with chunks of crayon in it.
Yep.
I mean, who?
At least you have yellow. Oh no, I really like the yellow boots. It's a good look. I don't know what it is about them, but
really,
there's the yellow boots a lot too overseas, and I like it.
I don't know. It seems like it touches on that flamboyant thing that we were talking about.
Jeff's coming out of the closet.
I said I like yellow boots. I don't think that's super gay, is it?
Yellow boots?
Well, not if it's raining out. You're wearing a slicker.
Shoot. All right. Well, Heat 1, 450s, Ken Roxon, RV battled a little bit. That's all I got.
What'd you just say? Who battled who?
Didn't RV and what did I say? Did I not say RV and Barsha?
Oh, did you? I thought you said Roxon and RV battled. I'm like, Roxon checked out. I don't think he.
No, I got.
Right away.
Yeah, I got Ken Roxon, and then I'm sorry, RV and Barsha had a battle.
Okay, that's better. Don't make that mistake again.
Get your shit straight. And that's it. I didn't see anything too crazy. Oh, I was listening to the Racer X podcast today, and that Nicholas Schmidt, I believe is his name, that 415. So I'm guessing between first practice and second practice, they must have did a little track maintenance, and then on one of the tabletops, I'm guessing they were jumping over and landing on the backside, is what I took it. And then they did the dozer work or whatever, so they ended up putting a little lip on the end of that tabletop. So when he came around to jump on the backside, which before there wasn't a lip, and now all of a sudden there was a lip, I guess he went for a pretty good tumble in practice. But did you guys get a chance to listen to any of that today?
I started listening to it, and it was funny because they started out talking about the Reed crash, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I was just so disgusted that Jason Thomas wouldn't admit that, I don't know, he wanted to make it sound like it was just a racing incident and that Reed didn't move over during that, like,
Like, I don't know. It was just really annoying that he was like ignoring the fact that Reed went from touching the tough blocks basically to like the middle of the track.
Yeah, well, did you guys hear McGrath jumping on Way right away? It was a lapper. It was a lapper.
I don't remember that, I guess.
Got in the back of Roxon's wheel.
Yeah. Then they played again, and there was like, wasn't even there. 2012. What the hell?
I can't believe he's going to be trying to be racing next weekend.
Yeah, that.
At the level that those guys are at, and the level that they gotta, like, those top 5 guys, and Reed is a part of it. I go out there and try, and it's gonna be tough.
Right.
He's gonna have to be on a lot of drugs.
See, I thought I heard that nothing. At first, I heard nothing was broke, and then they said that. He broke his scapula or.
Yeah, scapula, collarbone, and something else.
T1 vertebra.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what he's yakking about, man. Because Mathis was saying like he started to get a little squirrely before he even got to Roxon.
Yeah. I don't want to talk about it. It depresses me.
No, we're talking about it, and you're gonna like it.
We'll get to it later.
All right.
Jason went away. Jason had to go to the bathroom, I think.
Ooh. Let's see.
I'm right here.
Oh.
What did you guys think of Phil Nicoletti?
I don't know. He got jacked pretty good after he
crash test dummy.
Yeah.
I posted that he went from the penthouse to the outhouse pretty quick. But yeah, I mean, he nailed his starts. What in the heat race, heat race, the semi, especially that semi, he swung it in from the outside and got a decent start. So
he nailed every one of his starts.
I'm kind of confused about what happened to him in that corner. It looked really weird the way he like scrubbed that little roller into the corner, that single, and just, I don't know if he just lost the front wheel as he was scrubbing it or what, but it looked kind of weird.
Yeah, I don't know if he.
Well, it looked to me like he was trying to do the same thing, in the semi too, and he kind of did, but I think he just lost his feet. His feet came off the pegs, and when he landed, he was already in the process of falling off the bike. That's what it looked like to me, and then he just rode her to the ground and then got his squash run over.
Yeah, Brayton tagged him pretty good, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. I was surprised to see him get up. I can't believe he even rode anymore. But
Speaking of Brayton, what happened to him in the main?
I don't even know.
Because he was up there on the start like 8th, then he was at the back like 20th.
Yeah, I did hear that he didn't finish all that well, but I didn't hear what happened to him.
Yeah, they didn't show it. I don't know.
Like what I thought was weird about. Well, we'll get to the mains in a minute. It's like there was a lot of good racing going on, but it was almost like you're just kind of waiting for something to happen.
It seemed like even with the split lanes and different rhythms and whatnot, it was kind of a follow the leader track in a way.
Right. I'm losing where I wanted to find this. Oh, okay. What else? Matt Moss wins semi. I don't know if you guys noticed that in semi 2. So Alessi gets a good start, and then Tomac wins, obviously. But there's like that section they got like the dragons back, and then they were hitting that dragon's back, and then they were jumping on top of that table. You just kind of see him nose it in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I thought someone was going to eat it off of that one sometime during the main.
I was waiting for it all night. I mean, that thing just looked crazy.
I think Stewart pops out in my brain as looking the sketchiest through that section.
Oh yeah, he'd come off that dragon's back like whipped out. He'd jump from the far right to the far left and come off that thing all shitty. It looked really sketchy. They were talking about it, I think, in the post-race stuff, too. They were talking about how you had to set up for it in the corner and commit to it well before you were even close to the top of it, because otherwise you didn't have the drive to make it over, and it didn't look...
Maybe that should be his style, is just look really, really sketchy. That way no one, if there's not a lot of room to pass, you just look squirrely, and then no one wants to come past you.
I thought that was his style.
Oh. All right, what else? All right, so Nicoletti gets to start in LCQ, and then I didn't see it, but Weston Pike was in the LCQ. Actually, he won the LCQ, but I thought I read today, like, he just must have yard sailed it in both races prior. I thought I read somewhere that he went through 2 subframes. So, but I didn't see anything that happened to him, But
didn't he finish just one spot out of qualifying in in the semi? Maybe it was the heat. I think he had a pretty good ride going. He was just one spot out of it.
Oh, you're going to make me look it up, aren't you?
He did crash. I don't know. I do remember seeing him on the ground at some point, too. So
Travis thinks it was the heat, so let's go.
I'm watching semi number 1.
What'd you think of that little... So I think it's that Schmidt guy. God, I wish he would have got in, but he was battling with someone else for that final spot. Here comes Kyle Chisholm into the mix, and then he just punts that guy off the track. I thought that was pretty funny. I don't know who he ran into, though. What just happened?
Jason.
We lost Jason again. Disaster.
You really got what you paid for with this software, didn't you?
It's top notch. Wouldn't believe how much I have to pay for this stuff.
Nicholas Schmidt is just one spot behind Kyle Chisholm in points, too.
I'm rooting for that. I kind of like that guy. I'm a fan now.
Who, Nicholas Schmidt?
Yeah. Yep. I'm trying to get... Welcome back to the party.
I told you to stop paying attention to it and just keep going.
We are.
It's hard.
Why do you keep welcoming me back?
Because I just noticed you came back.
Oh, okay.
I don't want you to feel left out.
Don't worry about me. I'm a big boy.
All right.
Shut it.
All right. Might as well just go right to the 250s then. Wilson gets a good start, and yet again he crashes.
Yeah, he seems to have a really hard time not hitting tough blocks out there.
Yeah.
It seems like all of his crashes come from him riding way too close to the edge of the track.
Yep. It's like...
Maybe he can't see very good. Maybe that... Whatever stroke caused him to get the mush mouth has caused his vision to go bad.
You may go to hell now.
I like stroke victims.
Oh, shit.
I think he's fine as long as I don't have to listen to him talk.
I thought it was better when he. Yeah, I agree. I think it was better when he was trying to hide his Scottishness.
Oh man.
Perhaps you compare him to Ken Roxon. Ken Roxon doesn't even have an accent anymore.
Yeah, but what about like DeCoster? How long's he been over here? He's sometimes tough to understand.
He probably came over when he was 30, though. I think
Yeah.
Ken's when he was like 14, but Wilson's been living in Canada since he was like 7 or 8 years old, I think. He should sound like a damn Canadian, not whatever the hell he sounds like. And I got nothing against Scottish people. I mean, Braveheart's one of my favorite movies. I think they sound like badasses, but you ride a dirt bike.
Oh man. What am I doing? I don't even know what I'm fucking looking at. All right. So Wilson crashes, throws a little tizzy, throws his goggles, and then he goes back out. I don't even know how he ends up finishing.
I think he got 20th. Oh, I just watched Tomac almost eat it.
What do you guys think of Little Hill pulling out the win?
It was only a matter of time.
I thought for sure that Anderson was going to run him down. I thought there's no way this dude's going to win. And prove me wrong. But I did read it that Anderson said that he kind of backed it off and was like, nah, F it, I'm going to take second place.
That guy makes absolutely no sense at interviews when he talks. It's
Who's
like
that, Anderson?
Yeah. Every
interviews.
Oh. I was like, I got one or listened to one today, and I'm like, you make no sense when you talk. So, but of course, it's like when he's not winning, he's salvaging points. Like, oh, yeah, you're not gonna win every one of them. But
got the sole points lead now, so he doesn't have to share the red plate in 8 weeks whenever they resume.
Yeah. I think the Cowie guys should have protested him and made him take a concussion test after his heat crash.
Who, Anderson?
Yeah.
I don't know. Did he hit his head?
He got up kind of squirrely, but I don't know if that.
More with his leg. He kind of was funny with his leg when he got up.
Yeah. I think he tried to maybe get up with his legs crossed, and it looked. Maybe that's what it was.
He looked a little slow to get going. I remember that. I wasn't sure if he was going to go or not, but
yeah.
In that field, though, you can take your time. He still got back up to 5th.
So the best coast isn't the west coast?
I don't think so. Well, who knows, though? We might be the same way on the East Coast.
Oh, no. Oh, no. All right, so...
It kind of sucks in a way for... Well, I mean, it's good and bad for until he got his first win, and, now it's 8 weeks off. It's good because now he's got, a bunch of confidence going into the break, but then, I don't know. It's just kind of... That's a big break.
Yeah. Jason just does not want to participate. Yeah, I don't know. I think it'll be all right. Let's see. Let's get him back. What else we got? You got any?
I think, did you do that poll on Racer X with the 250 East Coast starting up? Who's going to be the title contender?
I didn't vote yet, but I saw it. Yeah.
Yeah, there was I think it was Baggett, Davalos, Jeremy Martin. I'm sure I'm missing someone else. I mean, there was 5 choices or something, but
did they have that little Cianciarulo in there?
Oh,
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, here it is. It's who is the favorite to win 250 East Region title. So you got Blake Baggett, Jeremy Martin, Kyle Cunningham, Martin Davalos, Justin Bogle, Blake Wharton, that Adam Cincerillo, and Matt Bisaglia, or however you say his name.
Shaylee.
He won Loretta's.
So looking at that list, I mean, you almost got to put. To me, I picked Blake Wharton because I think he's the only guy that's. I mean, Blake Baggett hasn't really done much in Supercross ever.
That's who I didn't vote yet, but I think I tweeted someone today that was my pick, was Blake Baggett, because I think the last couple of years I think he's been hurt. So,
well, yeah, he gets hurt like the first round of Supercross.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't think he's got the like the technique or where he's precise enough to do Supercross.
Goddamn,
I agree. I don't think Baggett's going to be up there. There's too many new guys coming too.
Yeah, it would be cool to see, well, especially Martin, do good. Who are all the guys from Minnesota? So we got Jesse? Yep.
Zach Williams.
Is it Lolberg? He's going.
Is he?
Yeah,
I think so. I know.
Well, we got Mitchell Oldenburg.
There you go.
He lives now, but he'll be doing. I have a feeling he'll do pretty well.
There's a few. There's like 5 or 6 guys, and then I think we had Jackson on last week. He's doing a few of the 450s. So I don't know. It's kind of cool getting some of the Minnesota guys down there.
Yeah, there'll be about 8 of them. At least the beyond the top guys, we'll have some guys to cheer for. 'Cause there isn't. I mean, it seems like the East Coast might be kind of weak too. I don't know. I have a feeling a lot of those guys are going to be getting hurt. Bogle, he hasn't finished a series in a long time, so I don't hold out much hope that he'll make it all the way through. Baggett hasn't either, so I'm kind of hoping Martin Davalos does well. I don't know why I like him, but he's faster than hell at times, but just can't seem to put it together.
And then too, this is Adam. This is his first year in Supercross, right? He didn't. Yeah, right. This summer is when he turned pro, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So, but I'm sure he'll do just fine. All right, ready to talk big bikes? Maybe.
Give her a go.
Jason, can you hear us? You here, buddy?
Yeah, I'm here.
I guess before the race even started, I was getting a little tired of them talking about the success that Reed was having. I don't know.
Oh, he's one here.
You mean at San Diego or in general?
No, sorry, Travis. In San Diego, like he's never finished outside the top 5, and he has the most wins there, and I don't know. And now that he ended up crashing, it's like, God damn it, you jinxed the poor guy.
Yeah.
But what were you gonna say, Travis?
No, yeah, never mind.
It's like, I don't know, like Villapoto, when he goes anything around Washington, has he ever won an outdoor at Washougal, or, he's gotten hurt at the Supercross. I don't know if it's the same or not, but that's my 2 cents.
Saying.
But other than that, Stewart gets the whole shot, and then Matt Moss, he ends up DNF in one. And then I guess
Photo actually gets a whole shot.
uh,
I think Photo did.
did he?
Yeah, and then Stewart passed him.
Damn, bad notes.
Ouch.
That sucks.
Unless Photo passed him and then Stewart got him back.
I don't remember. My scribbles, that's what I had written down. You could be totally right, though. Let's see here. I guess the big surprise out of the 450s, I guess not so much on where he finished, maybe just how he got there, but like, Pike finishes 5th again. It's like obviously sounds like a couple crashes, goes through the LCQ, and then obviously Reed crashes out. But yeah, to finish 5th, I think that's what, two weeks in a row. So it's pretty good.
I'd have never known that either, except I went on Racer X today.
That he got 5th?
Yeah, I felt like they didn't even show the results of the race. As soon as the race was over, they went back to Reed sitting there on the ground.
All right. Well, it's like, to me, the whole race, it was like you kind of had Stewart and Villapoto out front, and they're just kind of cruising around. Or not cruising around, but they got their own little thing going. And then it was kind of like Dungey, Reed, or Roczen, those three in there. So, but I don't know. And then it was like I said, you're just kind of, I wasn't waiting for Reed to crash, but it was like, it's like you're just waiting for something to happen. And then the wheels fell off.
Yeah, it started getting real good there at the end, at least for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. But
dude, I had, where's my piece of paper? I was looking pretty damn awesome for a while. I had my fantasy picks. I had Villapoto, I had Stewart, Roczen, Reed, Dungey, and Barsha were my 6. So I did pretty good. It'd been nice if the top 2 would have flip flopped. I would have got them all but one. But so okay, Jeff, what do you think about Stewart's little crash or Reed's crash?
I don't know. I guess
slow it down.
What's that?
Did you TiVo it and slow her down?
Oh, I cried the whole time.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It sucks because he was, he didn't look fantastic, but he was doing pretty well and coming up on those guys. It looked like he might have been able to make a run on Roczen there at the end, but such a bummer because he's old, he's fucking 32 or whatever in March, and taking a hit like that, that's gonna sting for a while.
Yeah, I'm trying to watch it now. All right, they come around. See on off, blah blah blah. So to me, it looks like, it almost looks like Roczen doesn't do it by accident, but it almost looks like maybe he hit a little kicker or spun, so then he starts to drift to the left a little bit, and then Reed's bonsaiing it from, the far outside, and it looks like he hits something, and he goes to the right a little bit, and then he runs right into the back of Roczen's bike.
Yeah, I think Roczen slowed down a ton. I don't know what happened, if he spun or if he was trying to change his line or what, but he looked like he was slowing up, and Reed gained a ton of ground on him right there. And I don't know if Reed tried to change his line or if it just happened to work out that way, but maybe he was trying to change his line up so that he could get around Roczen when they got into the next corner. But I think after that section, isn't that the section where you jump over that little dragon's back and try to jump them all?
It's like what do you call it? It's like a triple into the corner, but it's like, it's a double, and then it knocks down to like a triple, I think.
Yeah, so it looked to me like he was maybe either trying to get to the outside because he wasn't really in the best racing line, or he totally effed up and just drifted?
You'll have to watch it. To me, it looks like Roxon just maybe spins a little bit, or he hits a kicker, and because you see his bike kind of kick to the side a little bit, and then that pushes him out, and then Reed's just going the other way, and I think even Reed gets a little squirrely. So Roxon goes left, Reed goes right, but I'm just a sticker guy. I don't know anything.
Well, it's a bummer, that's for sure.
Yeah. You know,
And then Roxon went over there right away after the race was over.
yeah, it must be pretty good buds outside the track too, huh?
I think Roxon would have done that for anyone because he seems like a guy that, I don't think he has too many, maybe not Barsha, but seems like he kind of likes everyone and doesn't want to. I'm sure he felt bad about it if he thinks that he caused it.
Right.
So you're probably right. I mean, he probably did something wrong in that whoop section, whether it was something we can see on the video. I'm coming up to it right now. So, but
That's pretty good for Dungy not to, he could have plowed him pretty good.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, he gets on the binders pretty good, and I mean, it'd have been no good for Reedy if he would have kept on it. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, he would have ran. Well, obviously, then Dungy would have crashed too. That could have been ugly for everybody.
So did you read his tweet as to say that he's going to try to race in Dallas, or that he's just going to be in Dallas?
He's going to try and race.
Yeah. Yep. That's what I heard too.
Well, his tweet was kind of ambiguous. It said they dropped the gate in 6 days in Dallas and I'm going to be there. But he didn't say, I'll be lining up and racing. I mean, I'm sure he's going to try.
I thought what I had read or heard was, like, some of the stuff isn't, I don't know if I'm saying this right. It's maybe broke, but it's not like fractured. So like he can ride. Maybe like his thing. It's obviously you could crash and hurt it more, but like it's not going to get any worse. You're just gonna have to ride through some pain.
Or you mean like maybe it has a crack in, but it's not broke all the way through or something?
Right.
Well, that's got to be the only way that the first doctor that he visited didn't find it, right? They got to be pretty minor breaks.
Yeah.
If the trauma center didn't find it.
I thought Thomas was saying on that Racer X one is when they were in the hospital, it's like a trauma unit, so like there's people coming in that are dying, or got a gunshot wound, so like they just look you over, make sure you're not dying, and then send you on your way. I'm trying to find that tweet though.
What do you guys think about Barsha? Why hasn't he been doing better? I wonder if they're struggling with. I mean, his bike looks like it's handling fine or something, and there's not that many Honda guys either, but they're not. He hasn't been off there.
I don't know. Yeah, because I think he's been fast, but yeah, I don't know what happens to him.
Where do you expect him to be? I mean, do you expect him to be battling for the lead? I'm not really sure that he's that good, I guess.
Yeah,
I know he won a couple last year, but
yeah, I'd expect him to be. I mean, he's not in that mix with those top, 4 or 5 guys, but he's just kind of always right back behind there. I don't expect him to win, but it'd be cool to see him battle with him sometimes, but he's never up there.
Right.
He's a little too aggressive for me. He's not my cup of tea.
I like it, but I also like it when they kind of bump him back a little bit too. that's about it, guys. We kind of already covered a little bit of the East Coast, the Minnesota guys that are out there.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to. I've kind of lost interest in the 250 battle a little bit, so it'd be nice to see a new group of guys and get watching that and see how that shapes up.
Is the next one this weekend?
Yep. When is the first break? It's not for quite a while, is it?
As far for the East guys, isn't it?
I mean, don't they do 17 races in 18 weeks, so they only have like one weekend off?
As far as I know, why am I drawing a blank?
Easter?
Easter, thank you.
Okay.
Yep. Do we want to invite Jason back in?
He sent us a message, said he's out.
Oh, no. See, I'm not getting those.
Yeah, I got that message.
I don't know why you guys get those and I don't.
Well, maybe Google Hangouts said you're a terrible boss and he made us the boss.
Wasn't feeling it tonight, I guess.
Excuses.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. I was trying to get a bunch of shit lined up. Oh, and then I go and move it. Oh no. Hang on. There we go. Yeah. Oh, he's back. Yeah. Yeah. I was just trying to get all this crap lined up. I was getting kind of stressed out and everything. So I didn't even send you guys a message until late to see if you guys were even coming.
I actually remembered it this time.
Yeah, it's like I sent one. Well, me and Travis were just making sure everything was working before, and then yeah, I sent one to Jason and then one to you like maybe 5 or 10 minutes prior. I'm like, oh man, I hope they're all coming. So, that's it. So where are you race? You're in Canada this weekend, Travis?
Yeah, we're going to be at the Valcourt, Quebec. It's where the Skidoos are made. And so there's not a lot of pros from our normal circuit that go there, but there's a lot of fast guys up in Canada that'll be there, and I'll be racing the Pro Open class on a mod, so like basically just bumping up one class with that. Yeah, and then after that, we're back to another national stop in Michigan, so.
Cool. So Hibbert's not going to be at this one, or no?
I don't think so, no.
So it's like a stop, but it's, yeah, like you said, it's not part of the deal.
Yeah, it's not part of our normal circuit, so.
Hey, Travis, guy I work with, my dispatcher, he goes to all of those races with you guys and works them. Apparently, they take like track crew from here and fly them all over with you guys.
Really?
He was just in, where the hell were you? In Sashamasha, New York or something?
Yep, basically Salamanca.
Yep. That's the one.
Yeah, that was quite the name that they were having to say on. I haven't caught him on TV. I guess I've been watching the live streams on the internet, but
yeah, has it been working okay for you?
Yeah, yep.
My grandparents and stuff, and some people back at home, they just say they suck, but maybe it's their program, their computer or something.
Yeah, like this last this last one I watched on Friday and it was great, and then I watched it on Saturday and it was all right. It every once in a while it would play, then stop, play, stop, play, stop, and it only did it like maybe 4 or 5 times, and then that was it. So it worked. It seemed to be working. So I know there was a lot of people that were saying like oh, the stream's not working, blah, 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 blah. But, yeah, everything was working on my end.
Cool. Yeah, it's cool to have that.
Yeah, 'cause I was doing a little channel surfing yesterday, and I did see the one from Deadwood was on, but I never watched it.
Yeah.
But oh shoot!
Interesting that I was talking about a guy that worked for them. They took 10 guys from here and flew them out there to work the event. And I mean, he said his flight was like $350, and they pay all that. And then they pay them all like $450 a weekend. So they got, what is that, $8,000 into taking these guys out there. And I thought it seems like it'd be a lot easier to just find people at the locations to work like he does the parking lot.
Oh, really?
Tickets. So I'm not really sure why they got to fly people from here, but maybe it's cheaper that way, or it works out better. You'd think that the Supercross would do that for like flaggers. You always see these dipshit flaggers that they got. You think that they would get a group of flaggers that know what they're doing and get them to travel with the circus.
Yeah, that's what they want to do here, because we have, with these short tracks, and they end up getting pretty crazy in the main events. Lots of lappers and shit going on, crashes and stuff, and so it's pretty important that we have good flaggers that know what they're doing, and they go, because then basically they got to run out in the middle of the track and slow us down. See, it's not like Supercross. When we get a yellow flag, we can't be tripling over the accident, kind of like, well, not that they do that in Supercross, but they still do the jumps. If there's a yellow, they just kind of be cautious and slow down. But in Snowcross, if there's a yellow flag out, your skis can't leave the ground. I mean, maybe a little bit, but you're not supposed to.
How well, this is my personal opinion that I think anytime you get the skis and or the track off the ground on a snowmobile, I think is kind of dangerous. But that's just me. It's pretty foreign. I mean, like, I had old sleds growing up, but I'm just, obviously you're used to it. But how does that work? Like on the start, like I've seen they're trying. They have like a laser light now, right? And if you go too far, the light chimes, and then you got to back up, right?
Right. Yeah, you get one chance at it, and then if you go that, then the next time you're going in the back row. Basically, it's just to keep it more even, because on sleds with no gate, everybody's trying to, like, okay, the flaggers or the starting line guy's not looking at you. Okay, so you try and creep ahead, 3, 4, 5 inches, a foot, or whatever you can get away with. And well, now this year and like last year too, they got like 3 guys watching, and then now this year they got that starting gate or starting line, like a metal tower with the lasers on and stuff. They never used to have that.
So you think that it seems to be working though, right?
Yeah, I think it's good.
And then I think maybe I kind of jumped ahead there. Was this weekend, was that the first weekend that they had like the yellow flashing lights and stuff on the sides of the track?
Yeah. Carl Shabinsky, the kind of the guy in charge of the track, I guess he contacted, Kevin Wyndham's dad or something make those.
Okay.
And so he got a hold of him, because we were having, like, at Canterbury in Minnesota, we were having some problems. There was a huge triple there, and the takeoff was really big. You couldn't see the landing when you were coming up to it or nothing. And so we couldn't see, and if the flagger wouldn't get out in the middle and stand to slow us down, there'd be guys jumping that triple if somebody crashed at the end. So they wanted to try and get something that can really get our attention, so they went and bought those, I guess, and it seems to be working really good. I noticed them this weekend a few times, when they were yellow and green and stuff.
So how is it racing through like all the what did they call it, like the snow dust or whatever?
Yeah, it sucks when it's really cold. depending on the snow conditions, yeah, when it's really, like our second race this year was in Michigan, and it was super cold, and yeah, the snow dust was horrible. You know, if you don't get off to a good start and get away from the pack a little bit, you know, like me, I think I was in back row on one of the starts in Michigan, and it just sucked. You know, you can't see much.
Yeah, I was gonna say this weekend you did pretty good too, because I think I missed the qualifier, but I caught the main, and you started in the back row, but you got up to you finished 6th, right?
Yeah, it was a bad weekend for me and the team. They struggled with the sled setup quite a bit, and I guess I had to try and kind of compensate for that and ride extra hard and come through the pack. But yeah, it was definitely not my best weekend.
So where do you practice anywhere, or is it pretty much just race to race?
Yeah, at the beginning of the season, we had a lot of time off to practice. Well, I broke my collarbone in the fall. November 2nd, I broke it, and then so I missed out on the first, like all the preseason riding, and the first race I missed, and then I rode 2 days during that week at our practice track. The team has a practice track in Hill City, Minnesota, just a really small town up north, and so we have condos to stay at in a pretty decent track, and so then that's where after the second race, then spent a couple weeks there. Went home for 1 week for Christmas, went back up there for 2-3 weeks. Yeah.
Nice. So we're almost middle of February, and that Lake Geneva, that's the final round of the year, right?
Yep. Yeah, after Michigan here, well, after Canada and Michigan, then we have 1 weekend off, and then it's Fargo, and then Lake Geneva, and then we're done.
Then you're gonna start racing them dirt scooters.
Yep.
Nice. All right, guys. Well, that's about all I got. You guys got anything else to add or want to say?
I just want to know if Jason is actually in here. My thing keeps saying he's coming and going, and
it's got him in here, but I don't know if he's.
Yeah, but he said he went to bed. I don't know.
His phone's probably hooked up. He doesn't even know it. Switch to his camera, see if we see him sleeping.
Maybe we don't want to know what he's doing. Shoot. All right, guys. Well, hang on a second here. But yeah, if you guys haven't, and if there's people that are still listening or they made it this far, I don't even know how long we've been talking. But yeah, check out the website. It's talkinmoto.com. So it's TALKIN Moto, MOTO. Try to get everybody on there. Have you been on it, Jeff?
Yeah.
So I think it looks pretty sweet. And then, yeah, all the people that are kind of helping spread the word are on there. And got a little thing in there for Travis. So I thought that was cool. So, yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Cool, man. Well, hopefully we can race next week, and we'll have a whole new group of guys to talk about. Hopefully we don't have the technical glitches.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
I had a really hard time hearing Travis the whole time, so I don't know. I don't know how that came out on the.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be okay. I think it'll be fine. I should maybe try. I'm not hardwired in either on the internet. I'm just on our Wi-Fi. Maybe I'll have to try going in the other room next weekend and see if that helps. Let's see. All right, guys. So don't hang up, but I'm going to end it. So that's it. We got the website. Twitter is at Talkin Moto, and Facebook.com/Talkin Moto. So I've been having fun with that. Oh, and I think I did this for a question. I don't know if it's out yet or not. It's the Dirt Rider. You guys, I really don't listen to it or read it, but they had a thing in there. It's 29 facts about Supercross we bet you didn't know. So then I think I put it on either Twitter or Facebook. So last season, Ryan Villapoto, fastest lap in a main event came on what lap 75% of the time? Anyone want to take a guess?
Probably like the 5th.
Ooh. 6th lap was his fastest. And then
I knew it wasn't toward the end because he has the, get going really fast, really early, and build a little gap and then maintain it mentality. So.
Right. Then I thought this was kind of, I guess it's a dome, so it probably helps. But it said the AMA Supercross what does it say? Every Monster Energy AMA Supercross race features a host of cheering fans, but in 2013, Minneapolis was the loudest stadium with a decibel level of 124.4.
Holy cow.
So, but
that makes sense. That was a pretty fucking awesome race. I know that.
I know I had a really, really good time. So, but yeah, there's kind of a bunch of other ones. Some of it's pretty cool. What was the other one? I'll read you one more. So it said between privateers, factory riders, Dunlop mounts about 350 tires on a race weekend. So that was kind of cool.
Me 6 years. I'm the worst privateer ever, I think.
Then we got prices if you guys want to hear this. It says, we should ask this from Jackson last week, but it says entry fee for AMA Supercross race is $200. The winner of the 450 main event receives $12,000, and the 250 winner gets $2,500. Last place in 450 main gets $2,100, and last place in 250 gets $320.
Wow.
But
Jackson said that you get like $440 just for making it into the night show in the 450 class.
yeah, something. I thought it was higher than that.
Well,
I thought it was
it's better than finishing last. I mean, just to qualify for the night show is better than getting last in the main event. That's ridiculous.
Right.
Yeah, what they say, they spent about $300,000 like improving the look of Supercross this year with that new screen that's above the finish line and all that,
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, don't get me wrong, but I don't know, man. It seems like a lot of these guys are just going broke doing it. And how long will people do that,
Right.
Always have. Look at the GPs. They got half full gates over there because it's too damn expensive and no one makes any money.
Right.
The big teams get there and that's it. So I don't know.
All right, guys. I'm gonna end it this time. I ain't even messing around. So, if you guys are watching, thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll get everything figured out eventually. Get it running smooth. So, thanks for coming on, Travis. Thanks, Jeff, for coming on. Jason, you left your phone on. Thanks for coming on.
Good night, Jason.